Brieannas. I'm so excited. Okay, this is one of the Talented Friends vlogs that is so long overdue, it's ridiculous. This is, I'm doing it about my friend Brieanna Grace, obviously. It says it in the title. And she was one of the first people that I had thought of when I originally had the idea to do Talented Friends vlogs. Let me just give you a little background about mine and Brieanna's friendship. And then we'll try not to say because it's redundant. I was gonna say it. Okay, I met Brieanna my first year in Bible school. She was my roommate. We stayed in dorm O, room number 9, and she slept in the bunk across from me. And I have very specific memories about people when I first meet them. I remember it was raining or it was drizzling, and she had her dad bring in her stuff, and she was really, really upset about her comforters being wet. And I was just like, "Calm down, girl. They'll dry." One of the first things I had also noticed about her was she called her dad Padre. I call my dad Padre. And my dad was actually the one who was like, "She calls her dad Padre." He was all like, "What?" And I do this thing with people, and I'm pretty sure some of my friends that you're watching, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, you did that to me." If I see somebody and I kind of have a feeling that you're in some way musically inclined or you do certain stuff, I'll be like, "Do you sing?" Like, I'll ask you like that, or "Do you play an instrument? What do you do?" I had heard Brieanna humming. She was trying to fit her entire life in a closet that's like smaller than this room. Like, the closet's this big and Brieanna had this much stuff. And so she's trying to fit everything in there, and she was humming away, and I was like, "Oh, she sings." And I was really excited because I love singers, and I love musically inclined people. And so that's how we met, okay? We went through obviously all of Bible school together. She was just great. She was a force. I mean, if there was a singing group, she was in it, and she was in front because she's that good. And she's also very versatile in the way that she can sing. And I just grew to love her. Anytime I would ask her to sing for me, she would. And she would let me record her, and I still have videos of her singing in our dorm room. I have videos of her, we had this stupid, not even remotely anything web show that never even got on the web called Mindless Chatter, and it was all of our roommates, and we just sit around talking about things that nobody cares about, kind of like what I do now alone. And I have videos of her talking and singing and dancing around and doing Seinfeld impersonations, and so yeah. I feel like this is more than Talented Friends vlog. This is like an appreciation for your friendship vlog. When I was in Bible school, I kind of got into the flow of how things go there. If you go to a place where everybody does the same thing, you eventually get into that mix, and you eventually start looking like everybody else. Brieanna wasn't one of those people, and she never let me become one of those people, or even if I did become, she didn't let me stay that way, and I appreciate that, because now I can imagine the type of person it would be if I would have stayed in that mold of whatever it is that they're passing out over there. And she's also one of those people who doesn't let you feel sorry for yourself. You know, there's sometimes when you just need to vent, right? And you'll just sit down with your friends and you're just like, "Oh my god, this is my life and this is why it sucks and I just need everybody to tell me how awesome I am." She didn't let me do that. She never let me just feel sorry for myself, because she knew that if I did that, I would stay there and I would never move forward. And so if there was ever a time that I was feeling sorry for myself and I was telling my roommates about it, she'd be like, "No, no, 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 you know what you need to do? You need to do this, and I'm not going to let you sit here and feel bad for yourself, like, I'm not," and it was just, I appreciate that, because I think more people need that, so we can move the hell on and get things going, you know what I mean? And it was always very apparent when we were in school that Brieanna was going to do something amazing with music in her life, and everybody knew it. Everybody knew that at any time there was musicians mentioned, Brieanna was always associated with them. It was never like, "Oh, you know that guy who sings?" Like, and it was like, no, singers equals Brieanna. Musicians equals Brieanna. Like, if there was any type of music association, Brieanna was involved. And everybody just knew she was the talented person on campus, and she was the one that if anybody had a musical question, if anybody just wanted to hear somebody sing, if anybody wanted to hear a different technique, if anybody wanted to hear any type of genre of music, Brieanna could sing it. And so it was always very apparent that after she left that place, music was not going to end there. She wasn't going to, like, have her peak at school and those were going to be the glory days of her music life. Like, no, she was moving forward and she was going to the top. And so Brieanna is currently a performing musician, professional musician in Austin. And also, really quick, a story. I don't know if this is, I don't even know if I'm allowed to share this. So if I'm not, I apologize, because I'm about to put your business in the world. When Brieanna was a child, I'm not sure how young she was, but I know that she was pretty young. She swallowed a safety pin, and it tore up her vocal cords. And according to her doctors, she was never supposed to be able to speak. And obviously, by the grace of God, she was healed, and now she speaks her mind all the time, and she sings. And so I think it's just incredible that she is literally, this is what she's supposed to be doing. Music is what she's supposed to be doing, and I'm glad she's not doing anything else. So yeah, she's a professional musician in Austin, and she sings and plays. She tours Texas all the time with her band Electric Circus, and she has really, really talented friends that she sings and performs with all the time. I will put links in the description for some of her videos that are on YouTube. Brieanna by herself. She has a Radioactive cover by, who's Radioactive by? Okay, I can't remember. I can't remember. I'll remember in a second. And then she has the Wrecking Ball cover by Miley Cyrus. So I will link those so you guys can see them because they're really, really good. And she's just overall, like, just so talented. I remember being in the dorm room and she'd just be there with her guitar, and she'd just playing, and then she would, like, sing something, or she would, she'd have her keyboard out, and she'd have her little keyboard app on her iPad, and she's wrote some of my favorite songs. My favorite song, I had recently posted about it on Facebook, was her song Secret, and she had wrote it for a project at school, and she had won an award, and then it was on, it was featured in a film that my friend Christian made. Brieanna was in the film. I'll probably link that in the description too. That film is called Intruders, and it's the song for the credits, and it's just a very haunting, like, mysterious song, and I just love it so much, and it's one of my favorite songs because it's beautifully written and it's beautifully produced and made, and it's just great. Anyway, so she wrote that song, and then there's two other songs that she had written. One is called Gomer, and for those of you who don't know, Gomer is a character in the Bible. She was Hosea's wife. Gomer was a prostitute, and God had Hosea marry Gomer. It's one of my favorite Bible stories. Long story short, let's just skip to the end. Gomer is being sold at auction, and Hosea comes and buys her back. And it's beautiful. And she had wrote a song called Gomer, basically telling the story through Gomer's perspective, because in the Bible you hear Hosea's perspective. It's him, my wife is a prostitute, and she's being sold at auction, my wife, like, and so the song is just so beautiful and so captivating, and you're just like, oh my God, put it on repeat for the next 40 years. And I had actually written a skit to that song, and I think that's an amazing thing. I had always told Brieanna that her music was inspiring, and as a musician, I think that the goal is to inspire people with your music. There's a calling that you, as a musician, you don't just do this for yourself. You are connecting with the people who eventually become your fans, and Brieanna always did that with me. There was never a time that she didn't sing something or write something that I didn't appreciate as a fan. And if that's the mission, to connect with your audience, then mission accomplished, because would literally sit and listen to her sing, and I would have ideas about different skits, and I would have ideas about different books and different characters, and that came through the inspiration of her music. And I think that's a beautiful thing for a musician to be able to do, because so there are so many musicians who just make music, but they don't make music, if that makes sense. There's no connection. There's only like, there's no relation. Like, I can't relate to you. There's only like, oh yeah, I party too on the weekend, or oh yeah, she's hot and you should smoke weed. Like, and not that I have anything like against musicians who do that. I mean, that's your thing. But myself, I want to be able to connect with whatever I'm listening to, and I want there to be some type of substance that I can appreciate. And I appreciate Brieanna's music. And so yeah, Brieanna, I love you so much. I think that you are incredible, and I'm very, very humbled and very blessed to call you a friend of mine. And Brieanna is one of the best people that I know. And if you ever want to have a good conversation about anything, a conversation that has like actual fact, and there's an actual, not a debate, but there's a conversation going on, whenever I want that, I would talk to Brieanna, because it wasn't ever just opinion, and it wasn't ever just, this is how I feel about it. She would give you this is how it goes. This is what's real. Let's talk about it. And that's very, very rare, I think, with people that are so good with people. Because a lot of times we like to say that we're all people, like, I'm a people person, or yeah, I can get along with people. But Brieanna is one of those people that's so likable. She's so magnetic. Like, you just, after you meet her, you're just like, yes, be my friend forever. If you want, you can get in my purse and I'll take you home and put you in the closet, and I'll just keep you there until you decide that you want to leave. That's a little bit strange. But I don't know. I wish that I had all the time in the world to explain to you how much I love her and how much I appreciate her art. And it's always a joy to see her. Because she lives in Austin, I mean, I'm only 2 hours away, but we're obviously both doing stuff, so it's never like, hey, Brieanna, you know, come to my house, I'll make you popcorn. But, I mean, the times that I do get to spend with her, even if I'm just texting her, if I FaceTime her, it's always a pleasure. It's never like, I don't ever hang up the phone, I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't even know why I called, or it's never anything like that. It's always positive with her. And I know that as a musician, there are downsides, there are rough times, there are everything that musicians go through before they make it. But I think that her time is coming very, very soon. And before you know it, she's going to be past YouTube, and you'll be hearing her voice on the radio. And I had to remember, I was texting her when the VMAs came out, and it was like right before Miley Cyrus did her thing. I remember texting her and thinking, I was telling her that I was thinking, I cannot believe that I'm watching this, and I keep thinking, one day this is going to be you. And I remember watching it, and I was like waiting for her to come out. I was waiting for them to say her award for Best New Artist or anything like that. Like, I was waiting for it to happen. And I feel like it's so soon. Like, like she's like right there. And it's really exciting for me as a fan, because now there'll be more music, and you'll be able to experience it, and you'll be able to appreciate it as much as I do. And Brad, I want you to know that I appreciate what you do. I appreciate the work that goes into it. I appreciate the struggle that comes with writing the type of music that you write, because I know a lot of it comes from your own personal struggles. And as a musician, I feel like that's something that's kind of hard to do, because you're putting your life into your music, and I feel like some people just don't appreciate that kind of stuff. They don't appreciate that this is something that's happened to me, this is something that I've gone through, and I'm sharing it with you, and you don't appreciate it. And I want you to know that I appreciate your music, because I know where some of it comes from. And I think you're very, very extraordinary for sharing your gift with the world, because I'd be really, really sad if you were super selfish and didn't want to write music. I'd actually be kind of irritated with you. So, thank you for not being selfish, and I love you so much, and I hope and I know that very, very soon people will feel the same way I do, and thank you so much. I know I said this in my 2014 vlog, but thank you for existing with me. Your friend Stella North said in an interview, I forgot what she was talking about, but she said, thank you for existing in that moment with me, and I just love that line. And so I thank you for the times when I was alone in my mind, and I had nothing, and I felt like I had nothing, and I felt like everything around me was gray. And I know that you can understand that. Your music reminded me what the light looks like, and when I was alone in my mind, and I felt like I was the only one who felt the way I did, you existed in that moment with me, and you did that with your music, and so I thank you very, very much for that, and I love you to death, and I wish that I could talk for another 15 minutes about you, and I just, yeah, I love you so much, and I want you to know that I will always be here to be a fierce friend, and an appreciative of your art, and an adoring fan. Always. And I'm very, very glad that you do what you do, the way you do it. And I just have so much love for you. And I will scream it from the rooftops every single time you put a cover on YouTube, every single time you have a song out. I will promote it like it's my life, and like I need a kidney and I need to have it now. I will talk about it that much. So I love you so much, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day, and I will see you on TV, okay? We'll hang out. Me, you, and, I don't know, Ryan Seacrest or somebody. I don't even know what, who comes up with, okay. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you guys for watching. If you have not yet, go and like Brieanna's page on Facebook. Go like Electric Circus. Subscribe to her channel on YouTube. And I'm telling you right now, you need to keep an eye out, because her time is coming, and you can be one of those cool kids. Like, I knew her before she was famous. You can be one of those guys. So I love you, Brieanna, and I will see you all next time. Bye.